Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So on this one we make a trip down to the 2025 UTV Takeover in Coos Bay, and yeah, starts out with me heading out of here, and I've got the truck loaded with the camper and the side-by-side behind it, and I think I've got a good plan on where I'm going to park. I'm going to get there early. I'm going to be able to get a good parking spot. Everything's going to be great. I get there, and I hear that there was people lined up in the street at 5:30 in the morning when the guys went out to fill up the generators for the power for the event and the big lights and all that. So I didn't stand a chance. So I get there, the parking lot's full for the people that are just going there for the day, and and so I didn't really want to go on the sand if I didn't have to. So we go up to the next parking lot, we look at that, and I'm thinking about where that parking lot comes out, and it's like, that's not really convenient. All right, let's go down to the end. We go down to the end, we look at that, and that one there is actually a day use and a camping area, but like everything now, it's reservation only. So I checked that out. There was empty spots. I found a guy that works for the area and did a little check-in, and it turns out they were all booked. So maybe the people were at the event, and then they have to drive their vehicle back and forth. If you were to stay in that one, it's actually at the beach, so you have to go all the way out and around the dunes and everything to get to the event. So I said, okay, well, I guess it looks like we're gonna go back, and we're going on the sand. And so we get back out there and get to the parking lot, air the tires down, look in the truck, and for years I've always carried a deflator in the truck. No deflator. And so then I have to get my key out and air the tires down. They take the general off of the trailer, so I don't have to air the trailer tires down. I don't want to have that big anchor back there. And what are you barking at, little dog? There's nothing over there. You crazy dog. There's nothing there. So we go out on the sand, we park, goes without any incident, and then, like you can see in the background here, all the mowing. You see an area right back there, that a patch that I haven't been able to get the mower to go through yet. There's an area over here that the grass is just too wet. I can't, or the ground's too wet, can't get the mower through it. So I was out there mowing yesterday, and I go, oh, man, this reminds me of Casey Liddell, what he always says. And that's Cascade Heavy Rescue, if you don't know who he is. But he always says, I never said I was good at this. I'm riding around, I'm thinking about it. It's like, why didn't I record me driving the truck out on the sand to see how it does, and then to come back out off the sand? That was dumb. People like watching that, and I'd like to see what it looks like. And when we got back at the end of the day, because we have to be off the sand by 10 o'clock, so we get back there about 9:30, because I don't want to be that guy that's still out there on the sand. And there's someone stuck right in the main path to get to the parking lot. It's like, well, they came out here pretty good. I'll just try to go around them. And I head out there. I gotta go out and around the tree, and as soon as I go around, get off the main path to go around, the truck just goes brrr. It's like, oh, maybe this was a bad idea. I'll have to be pulled out like that guy. And so I sit there for a second. I go, well, I don't know. Let's see if it moves. Put it in reverse, and it backs up. Put it back, and I just work it. And I go around, and I get up alongside the guy, and he looks over and he's like, what are you doing? Back up a little bit, go forward a little bit, and I'm driving through, and I'm look over, and I go, yeah, this is a Ford, that's a Chevy, that's what the difference is. So I was able to drive out, but I did have to work it kind of like you're in deep snow. You know how you'll you'll come up to the snowbank and it just packs so much you got to stop, and then you back up and you hit it again to get through it. That's what it would do, because you definitely don't want to bounce a full-size truck, period. And you definitely don't want to bounce it when you got a camper on it either. So it pulled out of there. That was fun, and I didn't even think about recording that. That was dumb. It would have been really neat to see. I know I would have liked to see it, and oh well. Anyway, got that out, aired up, and headed home without incident. I did notice that on the way home, I must not have had those tires as hard as I thought I did. I thought I had those things all pumped up on that truck with the camper on there, but the drive home, it's like, wow, this is handling a little better. So I must not have had them really filled. Anyway, we're rambling on. I got a bunch of clips. So I did miss the sand drags, which I was trying to get there early to see the unlimited class sand drags. So I missed that. At the very end, I saw a couple drags at the end of the day, but like I said, we have to be off the sand by 10 o'clock. The event is on private property, so there's no problem there. But when you're just going down there for a day, you're not on private property where you're parked. So I only got a couple shots of a few passes on the grudge match drag races at the end of the day. So we've got the Huck Fest. This year they did the motorcycles and the side-by-sides on the same day, where typically when I've gone they do the Willie Fest and the Huck Fest for the UTVs on Saturday. This time they did motorcycles and UTVs on Saturday and no Willie Fest. But then they had the slalom showdown. So I got some shots of that. One guy at the end, the guy at the end that rolls it, if I remember correctly, he was the guy that actually won the event. It just got a little squirrely on him, and it whipped back one too many times and it rolled it over. But that was good. It was a good event. Then I went and watched the night ride. Instead of driving it this time, I just went and watched it. And then towards the end of the pack, it's like, oh, well, I'll follow the pack back. And it only takes a couple minutes to get back to the event when you follow the pack, because you're moving at a high rate of speed. All right, well, anyway, we're going to go ahead and get going on the rest of these clips. I hope you enjoy, and maybe sometime we'll see you out there at the UTV Takeover. They got another one in Winchester Bay this year. I think it's in August. I'm not going to be able to go and camp at that one, but I'm hoping to go for the day and see the events on Saturday, see what happens. Okay, we'll get into these clips. Here we go. Now, loaded up, getting ready to head to the UTV Takeover in Coos Bay 2025. Just going for a day, but get the camper so we can get our own snacks and stuff, and see what kind of carnage we can record. All right, here we go. All right, well, you get here and the parking lot is full in no time, so then you can come out here and do sand parking. And so wound up doing that, aired down the truck and just took the machine off of the trailer so that wasn't dragging that weight, and just drove out here. And there is a curfew. We got to be off the sand by 10, so we'll move into that parking lot at that point. So we're going to head out now and try to find a spot to park to watch the jumping. All right, here we go.
next, sitting at 126 feet, a previous Hunt Fest champion, Sketchy Gray. Approach ramp, here we go! He's moving! That's short course champion.
ferret's gonna get them. What the heck? Yeah. Trying something different. Maybe it wasn't pulled too far forward, so we just made a match. Oh man. Oh, there it is. Man, that was a violent one. You see how it settled down when it... well, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. And maybe we'll see you at one of those UTV takeovers or out on the trail somewhere. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel. And we will catch you on the next one. See ya. Well, it's always fun to go do events and go play in the woods and all that kind of stuff. But then you get home and you got to put everything away. And you start asking yourself, is this all really worth it? And 99.8% of the time, yep, damn right it is. Nice thing about going to the sand is you feel like all you gotta do is hose things off, but you really need to wash it just like if you were in the dirt, because you want to get that salt off of everything. So you gotta clean the truck, the trailer, camper, side by side. It's always something. All right, better get after it.